football this episode, but first we're going to take a look of the landscape across the country. Conference standings presented by Allstate. That's kind of cool. But we're sitting 3-0 UCF, 2-0 2A, 3-0 in conference, 2-0 3-0 with Charlotte as well. There is that. We look at the ACC, Miami, Pittsburgh, SMU, Duke, Clemson, Boston College, Louisville, all finish all Big 12, TCU, BYU, Baylor, Iowa State, Utah, Kansas State, Arizona, all in the mix as well. Big 10, USC, Nebraska, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio State, which is kind of crazy that they're 3-3, but all their wins are in conference. Uh, Indiana, Penn State, UCLA, Notre Dame, Oregon's 0-2 with the rank still. Conference USA, all conference. UTEP is 5-0. All in ones are in conference. That's kind of cool. No Pendants back. Bowling Green, Toledo, Northern Illinois. UMass is 5-1. So shout out to them. New Mexico's 5-1. New Pac-12, Texas State is 1-0. Other than that, nothing crazy. SEC, Bama's number 2, Auburn's number 1, Texas number 3, Florida 5, A&M, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Georgia, LSU, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, who we beat, is 3-4, and Vanderbilt is just Vanderbilt. Checking out the Heisman watch, Joseph McFay, the speedster senior for SMU, and then Kamario Taylor, Michael Van Bernen Jr., Jalil Hagman, and Taji Porter. I didn't even know he was up there. And of course, we'll go through the top 25 before getting into the Rice game. Auburn, Bama, Texas, BU, Florida, TCU, USC, Nebraska, Georgia, us, BYU, Penn State, Clemson, Indiana, LSU, Pittsburgh, SMU, Ole Miss, Boston College, Maryland, Duke, Louisville, Oklahoma State, Missouri, and Oregon. We're going to start with the ball first. Last year at Rice, it was a little bit ugly, but now, we'll see how it goes as Applewhite and the boys throwing across. It's going to get Johnny Mulligan as they're going to pick the first. Applewhite to Jerry. Jerry is going to get the first. He's the school's all-time leader in receiving yards, receptions, but not touchdowns yet. As handoff, Porter's going to get the first and a little bit more. 1st and 10, Porter is going to get a good juke, get about 5 or 6. 2nd and 4 now, Hargrave, he's in. He's going to almost get tackled in the backfield, but he's going to break loose down to the 10-yard line as it's 1st and goal. Taji Porter out. The jet touch pass. Porter is not going to get there. I don't hate that he was out there for the jet touch pass. I don't think that was a terrible wrinkle that we had. Bonoko carries the ball a little bit unorthodox, but we'll take it. Let's go. 3rd and goal to go. To Porter, touchdown. Let's go. Now let's see what Rice can do with their first offensive drive, as we're going to start with a 2nd and 7. Holland, he's going to get stiff-armed. A couple of Dune Riders there. As 3rd and 5. Direct snap. Travion's going to be there, force 3 and out. Now the offense back on Applewhite. It's going to dump it down to Porter. Porter's going to get the first. But 1st and 10 now. Applewhite. I try to throw it away, but,
Apparently, they wouldn't let me. As 2nd and 26. Finoco, he's almost going to get it all back. As 3rd and 4 now. Applewhite to Jerry hangs on. As first quarter slowly winding down here. Applewhite. The throw to Jerry. Jerry breaking to the 10-5 touchdown. Dune Riders. As it's going to be 1st and 10. Oh, Nelson Bullock laying the wood. As it's going to be 2nd and 4. Kind of the wishbone formation. Look at that in the backfield. Let's go. As it's going to be 3rd and 8. Huge play. Empty set backfield for the Owls. Johnson, he's going to get there and maybe not get the sack, but get the pressure to force the 3-and-out. Yeah, Manny Littlejohn missed the extra point. I just realized that. Porter, he's not going to get that much, but, we'll figure something out. Hargrave, he's going to get the carry and a little bit more. As it's going to be 3rd and 5. Applewhite, he may not have the breakaway speed, but he's going to get the first. As it's going to be 1st and 10. Porter, another carry, another good gain there. 4 carries, 40 yards, and a touchdown as the first quarter is slowly winding down here in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. And look at that. Another touchdown, or sorry, not another touchdown, but another touch by Porter. As one more before the end of the quarter, and it's going to be a loss of, as it's going to be start of the 2nd quarter here. Applewhite to Ojabar down to the 6. And for a former soccer guy, for a walk-on, Ojabar has over 1,500 career receiving yards. But there's going to be a penalty, and it looks like it's offsides. We're going to decline it. Though we do lose it down, we do get 2 more yards. Maybe it bites us in the butt. Maybe it doesn't. It don't matter. Porter's going to get in for a 2nd touchdown. After another 3-and-out, let's see what the offense will do. Tanner to Hargrave. Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling to the 20. What a play there. Just throwing it out in the back and letting the former Penn State Nittany Lion do his thing. As it's like Applewhite called an audible. Handoff to Hargrave again. Rumbling, stumbling down to the 4-yard line. 3 carries, 41 yards. As Applewhite looks like he called another audible again. And he's just going to take it in himself, extending the lead. We're going to pick up a little bit later here in the 2nd quarter as it looks like they're driving, the Owls are. And they're going to pick up the first and a little bit more as we're going to hit the 2-minute warning. As we're back from the 2-minute warning. Very comfortable lead for the Dune Riders, but I still want to see what we can do defensively. As it looks like the Owls might score their first touchdown. 2nd-and-goal for the Owls. Yep, they're going to get on the board. Slowly driving here near the end of the first half. Applewhite to Porter. Porter's just going to go down. We probably should have not called our final timeout, but it is what it is. 5 catches, 20 yards. 1st and 10 to Porter. Porter's going to go out of bounds. I forget he has a receiving and and a rushing one, but Tanner Applewhite's going to go for his second rushing touchdown. To start the second half, I was just simming. So we got a 60-yard punt return, and then the first offensive play, a 74-yard touch to the crib. And Rice, credit to them, they're not going to give up, as it's going to be second offensive possession for the Dune Riders. Taji Porter, he's having himself a hell of a game, as you love to see it. Hargrave now and giving him a little bit of rest. And oh, baby, look at that. Maybe, I don't want to say hospital ball, but we'll take it from Jerry. Maybe should have thrown it a little bit earlier, but, we're not going to complain too much about it. To Johnny Mulligan, getting 3. Not terrible. He's not a big, I don't want to say he is a good offensive weapon. I'm not going to say he's not. But Larry Finoco, who's had a very quiet game, he is going to pick up the first. This will probably be the last drive for the starters, I would say. And it looks like his arm might be a little bit shaken up. I don't know what that was, but that's a very uncharacteristic throw from Applewhite. Hargrave tries to, but no. As it's going to be 3rd and 10. As Applewhite, he's going to throw to Jer. Jer's not going to quite get there. 59-14. Applewhite did his thing. 2 touchdowns, 3 incompletions. He also had 2 on the ground. Taji Porter, 10, 145 and 2. Hargrave had a touchdown as well, receiving 7-46. Then 6, 97 and 1. Other than that, nothing too crazy. Blocking did his thing. Defense, 10 tackles, 3 sacks, no picks, no interceptions, and shout out to the punt return by Alex Taylor as well. All right, we're back with the second episode of this doubleheader, facing our men in the service. Army, shout out to Army. We salute you for what you do. Applewhite is going to give it to Porter again. We got like 3 or 4 visiting recruits. It's Porter. Oh, what a beautiful run. Flag. Lamb, the North Carolina Tar Heel transfer with the illegal block in the back. You just can't have that, man. As they're going to redo, making it 3rd and inches. Porter is going to get the first and then some as well, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But 10 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns for Mr. Taji Porter, over 800 yards as well. Applewhite, no to Ojabar. As 2nd and 10 now. To Jerry. Jerry gonna get and some. So shout out to him, man. I think putting him in the slot has really maybe not revived his career, but really opened up the passing game. Hargrave's there. As it's gonna be 1st and 10. Applewhite calling an audible. Applewhite throws to Ojabar. Ojabar's going to get the first and then some. Applewhite is almost at 60 career touchdowns. Remember, he played at, look at Felice, the redshirt sophomore. But he played at Florida State 2 years before. Finoco, oh, almost. As it's going to be 2nd and 10 to Jerry. Jerry breaks free, 10-5 touchdown. As 1st and 10, another a 3-and-out by Army. Porter is going to get the first. I'm sorry, not the first, almost the first. As it's going to be 2nd and 1. Porter going to get a good carry. As 1st and 10 now. Applewhite to Mulligan hangs on as well. What a play. Maybe Johnny Mulligan next year will get more catches, but it seems like when his numbers called on for the most part, he does it. It's going to be 2nd and 7 now. Dump down to Porter. Porter trying to make a man miss. And oh boy, maybe the loads are getting a little bit too much for him. As it's going to be 3rd and 3. Applewhite scrambling, getting the first and then some. We're going to let him chill for a bit. I think that's going to be nice. As it's going to be play action. Finoco, open. What a block from Ojabar. Down to the 19. Porter's back in, giving him a little bit of a break. Applewhite to Ojabar, the flyer. Down. You love to see it. 1st and goal. Hargrave. There we go. First carry of the game for 2 yards. Hargrave trying to bully his way in. He's not going to, not quite yet. As it's going to be 3rd and goal. Dives over, touchdown. Going to show the defense some love. 3rd and 11, big stop. Nelson Bullock in the backfield. Let's go, baby. We're going to start on offense again. 1st and 10. I don't like this, but I don't hate them. I don't want to say that I didn't hate that, but oh, Porter. Oh, what a block. Go out of bounds, maybe limit the hits that he takes. Hargrave, he's in. Power football. Runs a man over, almost gets the first. As Harper in at fullback, 2nd and inches. Porter tries to get a guy. Oh my goodness, he basically fights his way, shakes off one guy, 2 guys. What a play. As it's going to be 3rd and 1. Ojabar can't hang on. And I think Wesley Granger and the boys, they're going to go for it. Might be a gamble, but they're going to go for it as Jerry's going to pick up the first and then some. All right, we're going to pick up slowly in this 2-minute warning drive. Hargrave, great, I would say great tight throw, but there was a man coming, so I think that's why he got out. Applewhite to Johnny Mulligan, his 3rd catch, 2nd catch of the drive. As it's going to be 1st down from the 20, Hargrave in. Just going to pick up solid 3 yards. I ain't mad at it. As it's going to be 2nd and 7. Applewhite to Gonzalez. You still got all the time. As Applewhite to Finoco. He goes up and gets it. A little bit of a high throw, but you know what? We'll take it. Hargrave trying to punch his way in. We're going to call the first timeout. As 6 carries, 20 yards, and a touchdown. As Applewhite throws to Mulligan, touchdown, let's go. How will the Dune Riders respond? Applewhite threw a pick, and Army went on a long drive. Applewhite, he's just going to go. He's going to get 5. Surprisingly, he's pretty mobile the last couple of games, or this episode, honestly. Porter patiently getting good. 10 for 58. He's not having the explosive game yet. Maybe, the big run's coming. Almost like that, but shout out Army. I don't know who that was, but shout out to that guy. But it seems like his breakout game is going to happen. Hall Briggs, the big boy, picking up 4. As we're slowly getting there. Porter can't hang on. As it's going to be 3rd and 6. You know what? We're going to go for it. I know it's a gamble. But the way I see it, we're up by a lot. Why not continue? Jerry's going to do that. Do what he does. As Porter is in the backfield. Harper in at fullback. And look at Porter busting outside. There's the big run to the 10, 20. Touchdown, tiptoeing.
You already know. We won 42-15. Really, second half we were cruising. As Denver Applewhite didn't have the best game, but still good enough. Rushing, Taji Porter did his thing, 3 rushing touchdowns. Hargrave did pretty good. Receiving, Jerry did his thing. Kelly Mulligan got involved. Other than that, pretty quiet day. Pick, Trayvon, no sacks, but a pick. And I'll take it. All right. Recruiting wise, we have not landed anyone, I believe, this year. Kind of makes me a little bit nervous. Yeah, but we have not landed anyone, but we're getting there. As it just we're gonna get some guys. I'm hoping we get some guys. This is gonna be huge. Hopefully we can next episode, but in the bye we still don't have anyone. But it's a top 25 matchup at Bearshore, at Bearshore Brickline Stadium. So yeah, and we're gonna take a look at the college football bracket. We are projected to be the 12th seed. Miami, Auburn, Nebraska, USC, followed by TCU, Indiana, BYU, LSU, Clemson, Bama, Florida, and us. So next episode will be against Tulane. As we have Tulane, then East Carolina, Tulsa, Maryland. 4 games left in the regular season. Let's see how it goes. Hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I have. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Until next time, y'all have a good one.